What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Got a wild and crazy duel for you guys to check out. This is going to be a duel where things are going to be all over the place and there might just be an epic comeback. So we have Assault Mode Dragunity. Yes, this is actually a thing that people are trying to make work. At least this guy Goji in this duel. And he's playing against Guru Control. I do not like this opening hand with Guru, especially going second because he doesn't have access to Guru and he has Ash Blossom. That's cool. It's kind of like his one kind of way of stopping his opponent, but he is going to use that immediately on terraforming. I would just assume, as I haven't seen this deck list, I would assume he was probably looking for Dragon Ravine. That would probably make the most sense. So anyways, everything else is going through. He's going to summon Garuda. Now he has a couple of monsters to go for that Dragunity Knight Romulus, and he can start comboing off. Obviously, he's going to go for some Guard Dragon plays, but since this is an Assault Mode version of Dragunity, you can expect a lot of Synchro Summoning to, be kind of the follow-up. There's the first Stardust Dragon right there. He probably wants to turn that into Stardust Dragon Assault Mode, tag in some of his dead cards. Getting the emergency teleport all Saryuja is invaluable because he can get Side Reflector from this, and that is a one-card Stardust Assault Mode. So basically, he just kind of drew a Stardust Assault Mode. He's going to go ahead and use Red Eyes and, Saryuja, non-hard once per turn card, so he can continue to get that advantage. And I think when he opens up a couple more monster zones, then maybe he'll go for the emergency teleport. Going for Saryuja Part 2. Just to try to, dig deeper into his deck, find all the perfect combo pieces. Maybe he's looking for something like a Monster Reborn or something of that sort. Borreload Savage Dragon going to be that second piece of negation. Stardust is the first. And I believe he's going to go teleport for Side Reflector. That will set up potentially for another Stardust that can go into Stardust Assault Mode. And it's looking pretty damn good if I don't say so myself. He'll probably end on Heavenly Spears as well. And this is an incredibly strong board because he had Savage Dragon. He has Heavenly Spears. He can turn both of these Stardust Dragons into Stardust Assault modes, and knowing that even if his opponent has an answer, he can use Borreload Savage to negate that. So definitely a strong turn one play, in my opinion. He's going to go right ahead for one Stardust Assault mode. I don't understand why he didn't go for the second one. That was a little weird. I think he maybe should have went for that second copy. He's going to bounce one of his own cards back, so he can pull Tempest from his deck, looking to get a little more offense. That's fine. He is going to ultimately attack. Final Battle is going to be activated, and looks like he wanted to flip. I think he may have scared his opponent here because he thought that it was Guru, and he kind of panicked, and he went for that negation with Savage Dragon. His opponent says, all right, well, I guess I'll just go ahead and throw the Ghost Ogre at you. Maybe you could make the argument that he should have used Stardust Dragon on Ghost Ogre, but instead he uses his Assault Mode, which is met by Solemn Strike. That is rough. He's going to lose both monsters, unfortunately. He'll lose the Final Battle, but I think that's a good trade. Venus is going to die, and he tries to go for the cheese. He tries to go Assault Mode, activate in the battle phase, which unfortunately it is a cost, only to be met by Solemn Judgment, and I can't help but think the Guru player might have actually survived the storm. He top decks Ash Blossom. Not a great top deck, but obviously when your opponent's Tempest has to keep balancing itself, it's not that bad. He will lose it, but the Tempest has to keep balancing itself. And Call by the Grave, not very good. He maybe could have set it. Otherwise, well, I guess he would have been able to stop this Fiendus. Fiendus was an excellent top deck because she can just put herself face down, and then she trades her, well, she is able to get another Fiendus. So Call by the Grave could have actually stopped that by just banishing the Fiendus in Graveyard. And you guys are seeing that one of the Achilles heels of Assault Mode decks is they cannot top deck very well. You don't want to top deck Assault Mode monsters, especially now that the opponent has Hidden City, has the copy of Fiendus, top decks, or is going to search in the Guru. Basically, like, he is completely online now. He went so many pluses right there, but the duel isn't over. He's going to try to activate Fiendus to stop Tempest. Called by the Grave is going to shut that down. And I believe he's going to flip Guru face down just to try to make sure that he doesn't, maybe take any damage. He's going to use the Hidden City. No, that was Fiendus being flipped face down. I'm sorry, my mistake. He's going to stop the attack with the Guru, and he'll flip down the Dragunity monster, getting himself another search. It looks like it should kind of be a coast to victory here because Guru has established enough advantage to kind of be able to win this duel. Even going for crazy plays like Mrs. Radiant, I guess, to get more damage. But you know what? Never count out the assault mode. He has assault sniper, goes into reflector. He might be able to try to pull this back here. He might just try to go ahead and summon the red dragon archfiend. Goes for Scarlight, trying to blow up some monsters, but final battle, gonna crank the guru up to where the point, or to the point where it cannot be destroyed by red dragon archfiend abyss. If he would have gotten that off, that would have been maybe the way that he could have tried to win the game, but he's gonna go ahead and use assault mode activate, only to be met with Subterra Fiendus. Once again, the fact that it is a cost is just absolutely biting him in the butt, and I think that this duel is all but over. Stardust assault mode build is basically one card, and wow, that was a bad top deck. Top decking another copy of Red Dragon Archfiend Assault, but them be the breaks, man. His turn opened up so beautifully with the multiple Saryuya, and also he was able to drop pretty much like a 4 interruption board. I think that maybe he got baited on the Ghost Ogre. I think he probably should have used Stardust, because it can negate even during the damage step, which Ogre can't even be used in the damage step, so I guess it couldn't have been damage step. Anyways, let's pause for one quick second and we'll check this build out. Alright, so this is what the build looks like on paper, and you definitely can't accuse this of just being another Guard Dragon deck. This guy is running a whopping 6 assault mode monsters, which, I mean, this is madness. I generally wouldn't recommend more than like 2 assault mode monsters, which would just be a couple copies of the Stardust assault mode, but I think you can run Red Dragon assault mode. It's not terrible. I think that the Halberd cannon is completely unnecessary, but you know, do it, makes you happy, and do what you want to do. There's obviously a hefty Dragunity package in here. A lot of these cards can summon themselves from the spell and trap zone, and these are just kind of like wind extenders. They become food for your Tempest after you summon this card, whether you summon it from your deck or you draw into it with Saryuya Skull Dread, something like that. I feel like in assault mode, because you know, hand traps are so prevalent and strong, you gotta run Called by the Grave. No hand traps in this build despite 49 cards, so basically just hope that you win the die roll. And he even ran cards like Assault Reboots. I don't necessarily like this card. I think it's slow. It's not something that I'm a very big fan of, but I guess to each its own. Same thing about the assault mode card, where I think you tag back 2 into your deck and then you draw. This might be it. Yeah, the assault teleport. You return an assault mode to your deck and then you draw 2 cards. Maybe that's the reason for his high assault monster count, is that he kind of wants this to be live. I do know that assault mode has like an infernity barrier. I think it's called assault counter. That card I actually do like, but he isn't actually running it. But it's still an interesting build, and it was definitely a fun duel. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on the notification bell for daily videos.